This trade made me 38% in 3 days with a risk of only 10%. But this wasn't a lucky entry. Qubits ranked #1 in my extensive stock ranking system and then provided an incredible entry point. In this video, I'll go over how I spotted the setup, how I executed the entry, and how I took profit. Let's dive into it. Qubits caught my attention after ranking #1 in my stock ranking model, meeting 16 out of 21 criteria. This criteria is a mix of strict technical and fundamental factors. I scan around 500 stocks a day, so when something stands out and ranks #1, I watch the price action for an entry point. When I had spotted the stock, it was on this weekend. This was the most previous candle close. It was on Sunday. And it was making this classic cup and handle base pattern. And on Sunday, due to this previous close, the setup was actually in play due to the close above the breakpoint and the volume being above the 50-day average, which is this blue line here. After seeing that the stock was in a setup that's in a play, or well, it's in play, I should say, I had to plan my precise entry point, which I decided would be on the retest of this break point, or at least near the break point, because very often, a day to 3 days after a breakout, a stock will come down and retest the break point before launching up. So if you don't get an initial entry on the break point and you need your stop loss to be at a certain point for your invalidation, this is a great technique to ensure a proper and precise entry point. So I had entered the stock at $12.01 with an entry point of 10% due to the high volatility of this stock. But from this point on, the stock absolutely exploded the next day. Even in the day itself, it ran up to $13, increasing an entire dollar from my entry point. On the second day, price gapped up and opened at $15. At this point, I knew I was going to take profit because it was well over 2R, or 2 times my risk, I should say. So I was risking 10%, and at this point, it was at 28%. So I ended up selling at the low of the day, unfortunately, but I sold half of the position here to ensure that the trade was risk-free no matter what. Due to the insane pop, I had to ensure that my downside was protected and that I wouldn't let this winner turn to a loser. After that day, only 2 days later, it had ran up to 58%. At that point, I was at a risk to reward ratio on the remaining 50% of 5.8. I then sold at $19 due to the incredible gain and netted a gain of 38.5% on the position due to the first sale being around 20% and then the second sale being at 58%. And that's the trade breakdown. Clean setup with an incredible quick gain. If you're interested in any weekly stock picks or other market analysis, subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.